Assalamu alaikum, I'm Suffi. I'm here with another tutorial of Mathematics Class 2, and the topic that we are going to take today is Approximating Mass. To understand the concept of approximation, first have a look at this picture. In this picture, we place a fish on a mass scale, and the red line here is showing the reading of the mass scale. As you can see on the picture that the reading of this mass scale is halfway between 2 and 3. It is at 2.5, yani it is at the middle of 3 and 2. So we can say it is halfway between 2 kg and 3 kg. So if the reading of the mass scale is halfway between two numbers, like the two numbers can be, for example, I say the two numbers are 3 and 4. So the halfway between 3 and 4 will be 3 and half. Halfway between 4 and 5 will be 4 and half. So this is the first case when we will have the reading of the scale halfway between the two numbers. Then while approximating mean yani we will do takriban. It is not the exact mass, but it is approximate mass. The benefit of writing the approximate mass is we avoid the decimal points, or we avoid the halves or quarters. We just do a guess, and that guess is not always exactly equal to, it is always approximate. So when we are doing the approximation, and the case is that we have the two numbers and the reading is halfway between them. For example, in this case, the reading is halfway between 2 and 3. So the approximate value, we will take the bigger number. Like I can say the approximate mass here, approximate mass here is equal to 3 kg. So always we will go to the bigger number. For example, if the reading shows 3 and half, so it is exactly halfway between 3 and 4. So I will say the approximate mass is 4. If the reading shows, for example, halfway between 4 and 5, then we will say the approximate mass is 5. So in case if the reading is halfway between the two numbers, we will move to the bigger value. Now look at another picture. You can see in this picture the reading of the mass scale is on 3/4. This reading is showing 3/4. Now if the reading of the scale is on quarter, it means it is more than halfway between the numbers. Then we will go for the number near to it. So if I will say for approximation, I can do approximate to 3 or I can do approximate to 4. But if we look at the scale is near to 4 as compared to 3. So I will say this scale is near to 4 than 3. So approximate mass will be, in this case, approximate mass is equal to 4 kg. So always the situation where we don't have the mass scale exactly halfway, then we will check if it is ahead of the halfway, then we will take the bigger number. But if it is before the halfway, then we will take the smaller number. You can see in this picture that the scale of the mass scale, the reading of the mass scale is before halfway. Like it is between, if we take the full number, is 1 and 2, but the reading is before halfway. It is on the quarter reading. It is just showing a 1/4. If we see, the reading is 1/4. So if this is the situation where we have the reading before the halfway, then we will take the smaller number while approximating. So in this case, I can say the approximate approximate mass is equal to 1 kg. Let's have a look at activity book page 92. On this page we are asked that find the approximate mass of the following items to the nearest kg. In the first question, if we look at the diagram is showing that the reading of the mass scale is at 3/4. It is at 3/4. Now if I write the number 3 and 4, so 3/4 will be near to, it will be near to 3 as compared to 4. So I can say the mass of the sack of potatoes is closer to 3 kg than 4 kg, because if we compare it, if we even check at the distance between them, 3/4 is closer to 3 than 4. So I will say the mass of sack of potatoes is closer to 3 kg than 4 kg. So when I will approximate, for approximation I will take the nearest number. So the nearest number is 3. So I will say its approximate mass to the nearest kilogram is 3 kg. Look at the second example. In the second example, the mass of the watermelon, it is between 2 and 3 kg. But if we look, the scale is showing that it is pointing at 3/4. Now if we have a look between 2 and 3, so 3/4 will be near to 3. So I can say the mass of watermelon is closer to 3 kg than 2 kg. So for approximation we always take the nearest mass. So the nearest mass is 3 kg. In the diagram C, the mass of the coconut is exactly halfway between 1 and 2. Here it is shown 1 and here is 2, and the scale is pointing half. So it is exactly halfway between 1 and 2, and when we have the number halfway between the two numbers, then for approximation we will always go to the bigger number. So I will say the mass of the coconut is halfway between 1 kg and 2 kg, and its approximate mass to the nearest kilogram is 2 kg, because if it is halfway between the two numbers, then we will move to the bigger number. For the last example, you can pause the video and have a look at that one and solve it. Thank you.